Hello, my beautiful friend. It's Betsy Gutting. Welcome to the Leo full moon. We need this Leo full moon energy so much. Oh my goodness. I don't know what it's been like for you since the Aquarius new moon. Wow, it definitely flattened me. I'll tell you what, emotional purging. It's been a lot. So here we have the Leo full moon, which is the warmth, it's the sunlight, it's buoyancy, it's the spark of the inner child, it's playfulness. It is coming out of our shells, full expression, even more. So I'm going to tell you all about this. There are definitely some nuances. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. There are some energies that we are going to be needing to work with, but I'm going to get into that when I get into the aspects with you. So I want to say welcome if you're new to me. I am an intuitive life coach and a psychic astrologer, and I love helping you to free yourself to follow your heart's true calling. And this Leo full moon is all about giving ourselves permission to follow our hearts. So if you would like a personal astrology consultation, if you'd like to know where the planets are for you, all about your natal chart, what makes you unique, and your gifts and your talents and your strengths, I would love to help you with that. Also, I offer soul alchemy coaching. So if you'd like to do a little bit of deeper work and really transform and come out into a whole new version of yourself, definitely check out my soul alchemy coaching. I will leave the links below to my consultations and my coaching. And I have a gift for you. So it's a free gift, soothing for your soul. Be sure to stay till the end of the video when I tell you all about your free gift and how to get it. And if you're in the Laguna Beach area or Southern California, San Diego, maybe anywhere from LA area to San Diego, come to my Leo full moon event on the 16th. It's on the full moon next Wednesday, the 16th, February 16th. Come to that event. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do a deep relaxation guided visualization. I'm going to guide you in a releasing ritual. It's going to be a beautiful event. So I would absolutely love to have you. I will leave the link to register for that as well. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, one more thing. I love your comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know how you're feeling these energies, whatever you want to share. I absolutely love the two-way connection, the two-way dialogue that we can have through these videos. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. I will be pulling a card for each of the 12 signs. Listen for your sun, moon, and rising. These are beautiful unicorn cards, so perfect for the inner child, playful spark that is Leo. And be sure you listen to the whole video though. Make sure you listen to the aspects that I'm going to be talking about and how to work with these aspects, because if you miss that, you're going to miss a big part of these energies, and I want you to get the full picture. Okay, so this full moon is happening February 16th at 8:56 a.m. Pacific time, 11:56 a.m. Eastern time, and 4:56 p.m. Universal time. Be sure to adjust the time for wherever you are on the planet. So this full moon in Leo is happening at 27 degrees of Leo, the very end, 27 degrees and 59 minutes actually. So I round up to 28 degrees of Leo. Wherever you have 28 degrees of Leo in your natal astrology chart, and we all have it somewhere, is where you will be feeling this full moon in Leo. So if you have planets or points between 25 and 29 degrees of Leo, or 0 to 1 degrees of Virgo, you will be feeling this full moon in Leo even more intensely. This is the first full moon of the lunar new year. To me, this Leo full moon really feels like a fresh start. It really feels like we have cleared away so much. We've had Venus retrograde. We've had Mercury retrograde. We've really been in a clearing, purging process for the first 6 weeks of this year. Now we get to come out. Now there's some lightness. I think we're all going to feel this energy in a much lighter way. Please God, I feel like we are. I really feel like this is a fresh start. I love Leo energy. Both of my parents were Leos, by the way. Double Leo family, can you believe it? There was a lot of joy. There was a lot of spontaneity. Leo is the most spontaneous energy. There was a lot of fighting too, though, I have to say. It was not all beautiful, bountiful stuff. Leo energy is fierce. It's the fierce protector. It's ruled by the lion. And I want to show you this card from the Aleister Crowley deck because it is the lust card. Leo is the strength card. There is such a strength of integrity and purpose with a Leo. And if you look closely at this card, you see this goddess is completely nude. She's on this lion. She's holding, I don't really know fully what she's holding, but it is like the life force of energy. And, you know, it's this red pulsating energy. And you can see from this card, all golden with the purple background, and it's called lust. So Leos definitely have a lust for life. There is a passion. There's a sensuality, as you can tell from that card. There is, you know, Leo is connected to the fifth house. The fifth house in astrology is children, playfulness. It is creativity. It is full self-expression. It's love and romance. So this, you may feel this as a very romantic full moon, or you just may feel this spark coming back to you. I know yesterday it was really, really warm here, and so I was wearing shorts, and I was taking a walk, and I felt like, just feeling the sun on my body, you know, that feeling of like your body, like just reconnecting with your own body and your own sensuality. You may feel this as well. Leo's also the leader. It's leadership energy. It's courage. It's risk-taking. So I feel like with this full moon, there's going to be kind of perhaps a new lease on life, something lit from within. Feeling this like fire burning in your belly again. Now, I want to put this full moon in context for a moment because we have had, as I mentioned, both the retrogrades of Venus and Mercury. And Pluto's been involved with these retrogrades. In fact, Mercury just conjuncted Pluto yesterday and really still is. And so that's a lot of intensity. It's a lot of releasing. It's a lot of purging. It's a lot of coming to terms with the truth, with reality that we didn't see before. So it's been very challenging for most of us. And it's about endings in a lot of ways. Now we are integrating those retrograde energies. Both Mercury and Venus are direct. We're in an integration process. What does that mean? It means that we're trying it out in the real world, which we're trying it out in our relationships. All of the realizations that you had about what your heart wants, your inner Venus, what does she want? What does she feel she's worth having now? What does she feel she's deserving of that she didn't feel before, perhaps? And this, of course, is whether you're male or female, we all have an inner Venus. So we have come to terms in a new way we've raised our standards. We have a higher sense of self-love, what we are no longer willing to tolerate, what we're done with. And this is really the gift of the Venus retrograde. But now we come face to face with other people who may not like our new standards, who may not like our boundaries, who may say, well, I get that you want that, but sorry, I can't give it to you. And so it's challenging. This is what I dealt with last week. It's really challenging. So I want you to know that part of this Venus full moon energy is we're still kind of tying up those loose ends from the Venus and the Mercury retrograde. We're still having to maybe work on agreements, on contracts, on, something to do with rules that may feel too rigid to you, or you trying to get someone else to comply with your boundaries and your, rules. We're still working through these energies. So that's a context that's really important to just keep in mind as you're moving through this energy. The most beautiful, compelling, auspicious aspect to this Leo full moon is Venus and Mars coming together, conjunct in Capricorn. My friend, this is rare. This is rare. And I think it's so interesting because if you think of Leo energy and you think of romance and love and passion, I think of Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars are the lovers of the zodiac. It's our masculine Mars and our feminine Venus, and they're coming together. And so what this feels to me is like the universe wanting us to create a synergy with our Venus and our Mars. And this could be reflected within ourselves and reflected outside of ourselves in our relationships. The word dynamite just came to me. It's like this dynamic energy. It feels very dynamic. It feels juicy. It feels sexy even. It feels sensual. It feels spontaneous. This is, in numerology, a 6 year. 6 is about balance. It's Venetian energy, no question. It is pleasure. 2022 has 3 2s in it. These 2 is the partnership number. So it's like partnership, soulmate energy. 6 is the soulmate. Whether it's a friendship or it's a romantic partner or it's a spouse, it's a lover, this energy is being stirred up, cooked up during this Leo full moon. Venus is about receiving. It's how we receive. It's receiving what we love. It's also about money and finances. It's all the things, probably if I were to ask you to write a list of 5 things that were most important to you, these would be tied to Venus, things that really make your life easier and happier and more pleasurable and more fun. Now Mars, which is conjoining, dancing, the other lover, Venus's counterpart, is our go for it energy. It's our masculine drive. So what we're doing is we're receiving inspiration, and then we're taking action on it. We're making moves in the world, receiving inspiration, making a move in the world, acting on it. So this is what's going on with the Venus and Mars energy. I think a lot of people are going to be finding new soulmates this year, and it could be a new best friend. It could be just somebody to hang out with, or it could be like a major, the one kind of relationship. Point number 2, we have Jupiter in Pisces sextiling Uranus and Taurus. A sextile is harmonious energy flow, but we have to take an action. We have to act on it. It's not as easy as a trine. A trine aspect is it just kind of happens. We can get a little lazy with trines sometimes, actually. With a sextile, we do have to make a move. Now, Jupiter in Pisces is our connection to spirit. It's the ethereal realms. Jupiter loves being in Pisces. It is our magnetic higher self. It's dancing with Uranus and Taurus. Uranus, a lot of us have experienced Uranus so much over the last 2 years. Uranus is change. It's unexpected. It's sudden. It's surprising. But it's about us doing things differently. It's about us innovating. It's about us coming to a new realization, a new aha. It's an awakening. And so here we have Jupiter, which is considered the lucky planet. It's expansion. It expands whatever it touches. And it's touching this in a positive way, this Uranian energy, which says change it up. It says do it differently. So I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened to me yesterday, actually, that illustrates this energy really beautifully. So yesterday in Laguna Beach, where I live, we had a major fire, and this fire was less than a mile away from me. And so I woke up to basically an evacuation warning. I was right on the line between you need to go and you need to just be ready to go. And so I packed everything up, and it wouldn't have been as stressful if I didn't have this beautiful little kitty named Flora, who is very skittish. She doesn't like going in her cat carrier at all. And of course, whenever you have a child or a pet, you have to pack all of their stuff too, not just your stuff, right? So needless to say, it changed my day quite a bit. And also I was so anxious the whole time, waiting to know if I had to evacuate, because I didn't know if I'd be able to get her in her cat carrier. Now, I know some of you probably have suggestions for that. I've already gotten a couple from people on Facebook, and I appreciate that. But after I found out that I wasn't going to have to evacuate, thank goodness, and they contained the fire, they contained it within a matter of probably 12 hours, so that was fantastic. Thank you, firefighters. After that, I finally could leave the house because I couldn't leave with my cat here if we were going to have to evacuate, of course. So finally I could leave, and I took a walk on the beach, and then I went to do some work at a cafe. And at the cafe, I met this woman sitting at the table next to me, and we started talking, and we just had a really lovely conversation. And it was amazing to me how much that sort of out of the blue conversation with this woman just warmed my heart. It completely shifted my energy. We said goodbye. We said, I hope to see you again sometime. And, we went our separate ways. And it was so amazing to me how much better I felt after having that conversation with her. And I was walking back up along the ocean, back up the hill to my apartment. And I thought, I just feel so grateful. I feel so grateful that I didn't have to evacuate, that the fire is doing better. It's somewhat contained or mostly contained at this point. I wasn't quite sure. And it just made me feel like, thank you for life. Just thank you for the potency and the beauty of life. Now, that to me was a Uranus moment. It was a Jupiter in Pisces, like, we're just lucky to be alive. Like, we're lucky to be doing this dance on the earth plane. As hard as it can be, we get to be here. We chose to come here. We chose as souls to be here when all of these massive awakening planetary changes were happening. And Uranus was this sort of out of the blue conversation that I had with this woman. It was also the fire. Uranus in Taurus is fires. It's flooding. It's an earth sign. Taurus is an earth sign. So it's different things, earthly things that you don't expect to happen, such as earthquakes, such as flooding, such as fires. And they're all really difficult things. But with the sextile, something good comes from it. Something good comes from the shakeup. And that's what happened yesterday. And so if you find yourself in some sort of unexpected, disruptive situation, know that there is a freedom, an awakening, something joyful that will come from that experience. We also have the North Node, which is in Taurus now, trining Pluto, which is the planet of intensity that clears away everything that's no longer good for us. A trine is positive energy flow. It's harmonious. And the South Node, which is what we're sort of good at but leaving behind, is sextile Pluto. And so what does this mean when the nodes are trining and sextiling Pluto? It means we feel a power and a passion and an intense drive. The nodes in the North Node in Taurus is all about building. We're building, and I have a separate video for you on the nodal shift if you want to check that out, and I'll link it below. But this aspect I feel is super powerful because we all tune into your own heart for a moment and what you would like to build in this next year. We're all experiencing this. We all are creating stability and security for ourselves right now. With this trine to Pluto, it says you have the tenacity, it may even feel like an obsession for you. You have the power that you need. This full moon is helping to ignite that personal power that we all have and helping you to claim back your power if you've had anything disruptive happening lately or Saturnian authority figures telling you can't have what you want. This is a chance to claim that back, and we're going to have kind of the drive to make something happen here. The moon and the sun are also squaring. So the moon, of course, is in Leo. The sun is in Aquarius. Opposite each other, they are squaring the North and South Node. To me, this is a feeling of pressure. It's a feeling of uncomfortableness. So, new word, uncomfortableness. So if you are feeling that a lot of pressure, I know I felt that lately. If you're feeling just very uncomfortable in whatever it is you're doing or pursuing, know that this is growing pains. We're having growing pains. There's no question. This is also going, a square like this kind of forces us to take action to release the tension. It puts us into action. And I think this is the risk-taking energy of this full moon. This is the push. We're all going to get a little push to take a risk, to step out of our comfort zones, to feel the fear and do it anyway. Because if you don't take that risk, you're going to feel like super uncomfortable. And there's just something in a square that makes you act. You have to take action. So I think ultimately this is a good thing, but know that you may have to do some self-soothing with your inner child or ask spirit to give you an extra boost of courage. Leo rules courage. So we're going to feel this heart energy. Leo's connected to the sun, connected to the heart, connected to courage. And so we're going to be receiving that blast of courage that we all need to move forward. All planets are direct. All planets are direct until the end of April. What does this mean? It means we have this positive momentum to move forward. This is an energy, this Leo full moon, that if I were you, and I'm certainly going to do this, I would consciously work with this energy. I would literally sit and feel the sunlight, the full moon warmth, the sun. I would feel the sun in my heart. I would feel the rays of sun coming down on my crown. And we're going to be doing a little bit of this in my in-person full moon Laguna Beach event. But really ask your spirit to help you create openings for this new spark of aliveness, this new inner child energy. This is a permission, giving your inner child permission to speak to you, to talk with you about what he or she wants right now. There's a real cracking open, a potential cracking open of the heart right now. And before I do the 12 sign readings, I want to share a little story with you, because Pluto is a real energy in this full moon. And it could make you, there could be a sense of with all full moons, there's endings. There always are a culmination or an ending. And so I want to tell you just a real quick story about an ending that I had in my life and what came from it, so that if you are feeling this sense of heaviness or of, something potentially going away, or just a fear, Pluto brings up deep, dark fears of something leaving your life, I want to share this hopeful story with you. So many years ago, I was only 12 years old. I was in 7th grade, and my parents decided to move us, my two Leo spontaneity parents decided to move us. My dad was transferred from California, Southern California, to Arizona, where it's so hot. At least it was for us. We lived in air conditioning and we didn't like it. We didn't want to move to Arizona. I was 12 years old. I was in junior high. I was going through, what we all go through, puberty and awkwardness and changes during that time, right? Worst time pretty much to move. So I moved there, and within about 6 months, my mom decides, we're moving back. I don't like it here. My parents sadly decided they were going to split up. They were going to separate. That was hard. But I was so happy that we were going to get to move back to Southern California. So I call my best friend that I'd had for like 4 years living in California. I call her and I'm like, guess what? I'm moving back. I'm so excited. We're moving back. I said, but I had this really bad dream last night. It was a really bad dream. And in my dream, you, my best friend, you told me you didn't want to be my friend anymore. You told me that our relationship was over. And I was like, I had to call you because I know that can't be true. That can't possibly be true. And there was this long silence on the phone. Long silence. She was completely quiet. And she was like, well, actually it is true. Actually, it is true. And she proceeded to tell me about the several things that she didn't like about me and why she didn't want to be my friend anymore. So you can imagine, here I am in junior high, moving back home, so excited, and finding out that my best friend no longer wants to be my best friend. I was so heartbroken. I can't even tell you. I was devastated. So we moved back, and the first day of school, 8th grade, first day of school, I go into the girls' restroom, and apparently I looked super sad because there was another girl there, and she looked at me and she goes, "You look so sad. What's the matter?" Something in me rose up and I told her the story. My best friend left me, basically. I no longer have a friend. I just moved back from Arizona. She said, "You can be our friend." And she puts her arm around me and she says, "Come on, let's go have lunch." Best friends ever since. Now, our relationship has gone up and down and all around, and it hasn't been easy like any long-term relationship, right? I mean, this is like, well, I don't want to tell you my age, but let's say it's a many decades relationship. When a void is created, when something leaves your life, when there's an ending that's painful, you know this already, but I have to tell you, you're being upgraded. Something better is coming in for you. You raised your vibration. You're not the same person you were before this ending if you're going through an ending. So only situations, relationships, people that match your new vibration can come into your life right now. And this is what is happening. And you may even experience this during this Leo full moon. So let's get into the readings. Let's do the individual readings for all 12 signs. Make sure you listen for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. And if you haven't listened to the first part of this video where I go into the aspects and the nuances, definitely do that as well, because it'll fill out the full picture for you. All right. So let's start with the Aries. Aries, you are so lucky. This full moon is happening in your 5th house. 5th house energies are the best. They are romance, love, true love, creativity, your inner spark, children, playfulness. So let's see. I'm going to pull a card from the unicorn deck, and I'm shuffling the cards, and let's see. Unicorns, what do you have to say to Aries? Aries, your card is dignity. Hold your head up high and know the unicorns are supporting you. So check out the image on this card. Hold your head up high. Stay in your dignity, Aries. You know what the truth is for you. You can see this man is speaking, and there are people, it looks like, accusing him of something. And there's the white unicorn in the background saying, "I support you." So if you are going through any situation right now that feels tense, that feels stressful, that feels like you're having to explain yourself in some way, you're having to maybe put yourself out there in a way that you haven't ever done before, know that you have the angels, the guides, the unicorns behind you. And this is saying, you know the truth. You know what's right for you. You know, you're a warrior, Aries. You're used to doing the good fight if you have to do it. You can do the good fight. But this card is all about you really valuing yourself, valuing who you are, who you came here to be. What do you want to speak about? What do you want to do in your leadership? This card is really a leadership card, with him standing there and giving a speech to the people in his town. So in what area of your life do you want to come out as a leader and speak your truth and share your voice? Share your voice, Aries. You have something to say that's very important that people need to know. Okay, Taurus, this full moon in Leo is happening in your 4th house of home and family and your inner self. This is, it's a very personal energy when you've got a full moon in your 4th house. It may have to do too with your home and your surroundings and just beautifying where you are. And Taurus, I know you love to beautify. I know you love sensual things. And so it could be, a really nice time to have people over, to just spruce up your home. And it could also have to do with family and what's going on internally for you. So let's pull a card and see what they say. So unicorns, tell us what you have to share with Taurus. Ooh. So this card is divine sight. See the divine in everyone. So here's the unicorn standing outside of this area that feels cloistered to me. It feels like these people are in prison, actually. And it's saying there is a light that wants to stream in and free you from any self-imposed prison. This is definitely if you're feeling restricted in any way, this is saying free yourself by connecting with your spirit, with your universal cosmic intelligence, and know that if somebody feels right now to you that they are quote unquote imprisoning you in some way, if somebody is restricting you, if someone has been rude to you or mean to you or abusive to you, and I'm not ever saying that you should be around abusive people at all. It's very important to take care of yourself and be an energy that is positive for you and uplifting and that supports you. But if you find that you are having a situation with someone where you're just really annoyed with them or you're resenting them, this card is saying it's time to forgive. It's time to see the divine in them, to know that even if you don't have to hang out with them, you don't have to do things with them, you don't have to play with them, but your own energy, of course, becomes dimmed. Your light becomes dimmed when you're not seeing the light in people, even those people that have harmed you in some way. So this is asking you to rise up, activate your third eye, activate your divine sight. And as you do that, as you release any resentments or frustrations or anger, you or anything you're holding a grievance about, you will open up your third eye, your divine sight, and you will have new inspirations coming in that will fuel you going forward, fuel your ideas and whatever wants to come through for you that is new and different and uplifting. So that's a beautiful card, Taurus. Okay, Gemini. Gemini sun here. Gemini, this card is happening, Gemini, this full moon in Leo is happening in your third house of communication, of your neighborhood, of your short trips and outings, of just, being out and about with other people. It also rules siblings, your relationships with your siblings. So, Gemini, there's stuff stirring for you in your local area. It's time maybe to get out and be more social with this Leo full moon. Leo energy with Gemini energy, we Geminis love Leo energy because it's fire and it fuels our, the air and fire together. They cause sparks, they cause passion. Maybe you'll meet somebody new, a new friend or a new lover in your local area somewhere. So get out, be social, take advantage of this full moon in Leo with this fire energy. Let's see what the cards have to say for you, Gemini. Let me shuffle here. Okay, Gemini, let's pull a card for you, for Geminis. Ooh, okay, this card is the feather card. It says, this is a calling card from the unicorns telling you that they are near you. So this is like whether you connect with unicorns or any other spiritual, ethereal beings, the fairies or, your spirit guides. It's saying tune into your spirit guides. Know and tune into nature and the nature beings and let them nourish you. Let them bring you a spark of synchronicity, of magic. It's time, Gemini, to reignite the magic in your life. Those things that happen that you go, oh my gosh, I do live a divine life. I am in a magical universe. The universe is conspiring in a good way to fulfill my dreams. This is what this card is saying. It's time to reignite that knowing within yourself, that belief in the magic of the universe. Okay, Cancer. This Leo full moon, Cancer, is happening in your second house of money, finances, income, self-esteem, self-worth, what you know you deserve, your values. So this is a full moon that is, to me, Leo being here in the second house for you is asking you to remember your inner wealth. Remember your inner child. Connect with your inner child into that. I see a rainbow, and there's a hummingbird flying right outside my window right now. So how beautiful is that? Hummingbirds signify joy to me, anyway. This is saying it's really about you reigniting that inner wealth, that sense of faith that you can create money doing what you love. You can create money doing what you love. You can have an increase in income if that's what you want. But it's all tied to your belief in yourself and to belief in a magical world, or at least a belief in a world that supports you to create from your heart. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for you, Cancer. And I'm a Cancer moon, Cancer rising, by the way. Cancer family, what do the cards have to say for you, Cancers? Honesty. Honesty will ultimately be rewarded. So look at this card. He's completely covered in light. He's getting in touch with what his truth is, and it looks like he's sharing it with other people. There's the unicorn in the background who has his back, backing him up. And this is saying, be honest with yourself, be honest with others. I feel like this is a call, Cancer, to be really clear with yourself about what matters to you, about your values. Because it's so easy for us as Cancers to take care of other people, do what will make them feel better. Basically to have our focus on other people. But right now it's so important that we're brutally honest with ourselves about what matters to us, what we need, what would light you up, what do you need for income? What does your financial situation need to change? This is the thing, we don't always want to think about finances and money, right? Although Cancers are usually really good with money. We don't always want to, though, spend time, especially during a Leo full moon, which can be so joyful and so childlike and so buoyant. But just take some time during this full moon time, which, lasts from a week before to a week after, to get really clear on what you need, because this is part of you taking care of you and making sure that you have what you need to support yourself, to be happy, to launch any goals that you have that will be nurturing and nourishing for you, Cancer. Okay. Leo, this is your full moon, Leo. Woohoo! This is happening in your first house. This is your full moon in your first house, which rules your identity, your status in the world, how other people perceive you, the first impression that people have when they meet you. So it's your appearance as well, it's your body, and it can be connected with your health as well. So Leo, this full moon energy, I hope this feels so beautiful to you. I hope this feels like you are really having a new beginning, because this is such a new beginnings energy for you, especially. And let's see what the cards have to say for Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Laughter. Laughter, Leo. Isn't it time? There's this little girl dancing with the unicorn, and the unicorn is all light and ethereal beingness, and the little girl in her red dress. So Leo, and it says, laughter attracts unicorns. Laughter attracts all good things. It attracts your spiritual essence. It raises your frequency. This is a frequency raising full moon for you, Leo, and I would consciously ask Spirit to help you raise your frequency, and ask Spirit, what, in addition to laughter, is there anything else I can do to raise my vibration up to the frequency that I need to attract what I want to attract, what I want to manifest? Because, having this be the first full moon of the lunar year, the Lunar New Year for you, Leo, I think this bodes so well and is very auspicious for a fabulous 2022 for you. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, just have to adjust here. Okay, Virgo, this full moon in Leo is happening for you in your 12th house. Now, 12th house is a place where we often want to slow down, reflect, take a retreat, go within. It's our connection to our spirit, our soul, the spiritual realms. It's also where you have a heightened connection to a heightened, it's like where the veil is thin. You have a heightened intuition, psychic ability. Your psychic ability could be on fire during this Leo full moon. You could feel very connected to divine love, which is so beautiful. You could have really powerful dreams. You could have visions. You could have astral travel happen just spontaneously. You could have a new sense, especially with the Jupiter-Uranus sextile, you could have a new sense of your expansive nature, your soul's depth and power. You could have a real sense of power with this Leo full moon in your 12th house. And you could have subconscious fear coming up. There's no question you could have subconscious stuff that gets triggered and that you need to clear. If you'd like support with that, check out my website and my coaching and my astrology readings as well. This is a good time to go within and clear out anything that has been in the way for you, anything that's blocking you from your highest expression and manifestations. Okay, so the card, let's see what the unicorns have to say for you, Virgo. Okay, this is so interesting because it is so connected to the 12th house. The card is invisibility. Do you feel invisible in any area of your life? This says take off your cloak of invisibility and let your light be seen. And sometimes we can unconsciously dim our light. We can unconsciously hide or just go into the corner, metaphorically speaking, and not want to be seen. But a Leo full moon is about allowing yourself to see others and be seen. It's the stage. It's letting yourself be. And it doesn't mean you have to perform or be on a stage. It just means that what you came here to do, your purpose, you are allowing yourself to do it. You're giving yourself permission. So if there's anything in the way right now of you expressing your truth, expressing your light, expressing your joie de vivre, this is saying let it go. Drop that cloak. Allow yourself to be visible. We need you, Virgo. You have the most amazing practical healer energy. This is the archetype of the Virgo. And if you haven't watched my Virgo video, I have videos for the sun signs, but it also applies. You can watch it for your moon or rising too. Watch it because that will be very empowering for you. Drop the cloak of invisibility, come out into the world, let us feel your light. We need you, Virgo. Okay, Libra. This full moon in Leo is happening in your 11th house of friendships, community, hopes, wishes, and dreams. The 11th house is like the star card in the tarot. It's like a wish coming true. So it's a beautiful placement of the Leo full moon. I imagine that you will be very active in your social life during this full moon time, or starting a new community or joining a community. Could be online, could be in person, but I think hopefully more people will be able to come out right now and be in person because Libra, you love to be around other people. You're ruled by Venus. You're all about relationships. So this should be a special full moon for you. So let's see what the cards have to say. I'm shuffling for Libra. What do you have to say for Libras? Okay, Libra, this is so perfect for you because you are about partnership, relationships. You're ruled by Venus, as I said. So this card is closeness. It says your unicorn is so very close to you. Check out this card. Check out the image. Closeness. So I feel like this is both a call to connect with your own inner unicorn, so to speak, your inner self, your inner child, but also, is there a relationship that you would like to feel more closeness in? Maybe the relationship hasn't come into your life yet, or maybe it has. Would you like more intimacy in your life? If so, this is a nudge to have that as an intention for this Leo full moon, and a validation that this is the direction, that if you put your energy in this direction, if you let it flow in this toward this intention, that you can manifest this. You can manifest this for yourself, beautiful Libra. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio, this full moon in Leo is happening in your 10th house of career and life purpose. The 10th house, Scorpio, is the house where we are out into the world, shining our light. It's a very public house. It's also our legacy. So you, Scorpio, being very intent on what it is that you want to create, you're a very focused energy. I can see you really putting something out right now, especially with the North Node in Taurus too. I can see you really being driven to create something that, and it could be retirement too for some of you. So it's basically how you want to spend your time, and very much either career, or if you're retiring, it's about structure. It's about what structures do you want to create in your life that will allow you to shine your light and be in your purpose. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Scorpio. Scorpio, oh my gosh, King of the Unicorns. King of the Unicorns. You are blessed with majesty, vision, and power. Wow. Okay, I'd be so excited if I got this card, Scorpio. King of the Unicorns, majesty and power. This is saying you've got it going on, Scorpio. You have everything you need to accomplish your goal, whatever it is. Go for it. Spread your wings. Let yourself lift off even. Build that structure. You are fully supported. You've got this. Wow. Okay. Sagittarius. Sages. Beautiful Sages. Okay, Sag. 9th house. This is happening in your 9th house, the Leo full moon. This is you. This is so perfect because Sag, you rule the 9th house. You're connected to the 9th house. Adventure, higher learning. This could be going back to school. This could be learning anything. It's tied to your spiritual belief system. It's tied to philosophy and just spirituality in general. So, Sagittarius, this is a time to set yourself free. This is a time to let yourself take that road trip, to let yourself think about travel, international travel, if that's possible for you. This is where you're going to be super restless if you don't give yourself some sort of adventure, whether it's a learning adventure, it could be online, it could be from home, but it needs to feel fiery to you. It needs to feel expansive to you. It needs to feel like you're really stretching and growing and learning. So let's see what the cards have to say, Sag. For you, Sagittarius. And the card is, ooh, okay, the silence. It says, be still, for all the answers lie in the silence. So Sag, are you looking for an answer? Is there something that you are wanting to know? Are you wanting to get clear on something? Are you waiting for that inspiration before you make a move? It says you will find it in the silence. Give yourself time during this full moon time to reflect, to be, to let spirit guide you. Perhaps you've been very busy and you've been running around a lot and really doing. This says slow down, pause, reflect, receive. Time to receive that inspiration that you need to take the step forward. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, you have been through it with all these planets in Capricorn, including Pluto in your sign. Oh my goodness. So I really feel for you. I have Saturn in Capricorn. It hasn't been easy. But the 8th house is where this is happening for you. And the 8th house rules a lot of different things, actually. It's death and rebirth, so it's inner transformation. It can feel very heavy. It's taxes, it's money from others, it's your investments. So you could be really focused right now on either having a real death and rebirth process, really going through a transformation, doing lots of purging, because it's connected, the 8th house is connected to Pluto, and it can feel very heavy. Like I can't sugarcoat it, but Capricorn, you take one step at a time and you climb that mountain. And once you climb that mountain, you climb the next mountain. So you are ready for this. You're made for this. You can do this. Capricorn, let's see what the cards have to say. And it may just be that you're working on your investments, that you're wanting to kind of make sure you have what you need for to support yourself going forward. Or it could be your partner's money, and you could be like going back and forth with your partner. But it is a new beginning. It's definitely a new beginning in your life. And Leo energy is fire. Leo energy is buoyancy. So let that Leo energy in. Let it lift you up. Let it take away some of the heaviness that we can feel when something's going on, a full moon's going on in the 8th house. Let's see what the cards have to say for you, Capricorn. This is beautiful. It's rainbow. There's a rainbow beyond the clouds, Capricorn. This is so perfect for what we were just talking about. There's a rainbow. This too shall pass. Look for the rainbow. Look for the color in your life. Take a break. Don't spend all your time on serious matters. Don't let the heaviness of whatever is going on for you, if it is, it's maybe, this is a general read, so we can do a personal astrology reading if this doesn't resonate for you. But this is saying, look to the magic. Look to the rainbows of life. And let some of that color, that spark, that inner child playfulness come into your life, so it's not all serious stuff, because the 8th house can feel like too much seriousness. And it's the Leo full moon. Time to play. Okay, at least a little bit of play letting it in, Capricorn. Aquarius, this full moon in Leo, which is tied to love and romance, is happening in your 7th house of partnerships. So this is all partnerships. This is significant committed relationships, but it's also like partnerships with the people that support you or that you work with in your life. So it's even like your dentist, it's your doctor, it's your astrologer, it's your coach, it's your clients too. And it can certainly be, children can come into this if you have, regular, solid, committed, kind of ongoing things with your kids as well, or your parents. It's really about commitments. With people. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Aquarius. You just had the new moon in Aquarius. I'm wondering what that was like for you. Leave me a comment if you'd like to share. I'd love to know. And let's see what the cards have to say. Aquarius. So I'm not surprised, Aquarius, because your energy is so future focused. So often the card is future. This is saying, look at your future vision. Let go of the past and move forward. So what, if anything, are you holding on to? Most of us have something. It could be a grievance. It could be resentment. It could be something that, something legal that you're working on. I'm not saying to completely let it go, but the energy around it, the emotion around it will hold you back if you're holding on to that. So it's important to purge any emotional stuff that is in your way of creating a future that you love. And if you look at this card, I'm going to let you interpret what this means for you. If you're single, and it could be that you interpret this as a person waiting for you when you let go. Or this could be you walking through the portal. But there's definitely a portal card of walking through into the new. And finally, Pisces. Hi, Pisces. So Pisces, this full moon in Leo is happening in your 6th house. The 6th house is connected with everyday routines, your work, your health, your nutrition. It's all the things that you do to keep yourself healthy on a mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical level. So your exercise routines, moving your body, it's all of it. And, you know, it's interesting because the 6th house is connected, the number 6 is connected to us being in a 6th year. It's the same vibration. So it's about creating routines and structures for you, for your body, for your work, for your health in all ways. Holistic, it's a very holistic house. And it's about you creating routines that make you feel, that really support you, that make you feel like you're doing good things for yourself. You're taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Pisces, beautiful Pisces. And Pisces, have you listened to your video yet? I have a video for you just on Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You can listen to that and get more information about you as well if you haven't listened to that. Okay, so your card for the Leo full moon, Pisces, is ask for help. The help you need is on its way. Keep watching for it. So if you haven't already asked, Pisces, this card, I'll let you see the image. This person looks like they're frustrated. There's a flying unicorn coming to the rescue. And sometimes, Pisces, you can just kind of hang out within yourself and forget to ask for help. Your spirit guides, people in your life, friends, perhaps getting support from a coach or an astrologer like me or someone else, whoever you want to work with. But this is saying, you know, use your toolbox. You have a big toolbox, Pisces. Prayer, journaling. In my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, I share a tool with you about how to connect with your spirit through writing, automatic writing to spirit. So perhaps this Leo full moon is an invitation for you with this help card to go back to your spiritual practice and make that more consistent if you haven't been, so that you can get a steady stream of inspiration and guidance. You have a direct line to spirit, to God, however you see that, to your universal intelligence, to your soul. You have a direct line. And so perhaps it's time to reach out and get some answers for yourself. Okay, so my friends, thank you so much for your time, energy, and presence, for joining me for this Leo full moon video. I love your comments. Leave me a comment. Where are you tuning in from? Or did anything in this video resonate for you? Or leave me an emoji if you're pressed for time. I love connecting with you. I so appreciate hearing from you. It just completely makes my day. Thank you so much. And if you would like a personal astrology consultation, definitely check out the links below. You can schedule directly on my website. I have coaching offerings for you as well. Check those out. Come to my Laguna Beach event if you're in California and you can make it. That is on the 16th of February. And I will be back very soon with another video. I'm wishing you a beautiful Leo full moon. Oops, I almost forgot your free gift. I have a free gift for you. Go to my website and download your free guided meditation, Returning Home to Your Heart. The link is below. It's on my website. Sign up for my inspirational updates and you will receive an instant download of your guided meditation. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next video. See you soon.